Hello and welcome to some Pauper, some Magic Gathering Pauper, playing the green-black Dredge, green-black Torex, Tortured Existence. There's a good handful of names for this deck. I played it before on the channel, not very much, but it seems like a deck doing things that I like to do. So let's talk about the deck real quick. 4 lands, we have 2 forests, 4 Golgari Rot Farms, which is the double tap bounce land, 4 Jungle Hollows, which gives you a life, 10 Swamps, and 3 Witherbloom Campuses. That's the Scry land. Pretty simple green-black sweep. So let's get into what this deck is. This deck is centered all around Tortured Existence. You really want Tortured Existence for this deck to work. There's not a lot of main board enchantment hate. This deck is not super great right now because there's a ton of enchantment hate in sideboards thanks to the Bogly boys. But so Tortured Existence is a 1-drop enchantment that is 1 black and discard a creature card. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And then you have the idea is you have a bunch of madness guys that when you discard them, you can cast them with the discard with their madness cost. But also you have a bunch of utility creatures, and you also have dredgers, so you can dredge to fill your graveyard, so you can dig for the creatures you need. And then you have these utility creatures you can just use over and over and over again by by discarding a dredger to the graveyard and then re-dredging it for your hand. So let's talk about the creatures a little bit before we go into some of the other cards. It's mostly a creature deck. So we have 2 Fume Spitters, sacrifice it, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Can shrink some big stuff, can kill little guys, and also, like I said, you can just pick it back up with Tortured Existence. Spore Frog, sacrifice Spore Frog, prevent all combat damage to be dealt this turn. So more like Spore Fog. Sakura-Tribe Elder, sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land card, put on the battlefield, tapped, and then shuffle. So we can ramp our graveyard while also thinning out our deck. Crypt Rats, pretty self-explanatory, awesome creature, used it a million times before. Stinkweed Imp, just a Dredge 5 and is a flying with Death Touch. Golgari Brownscale, whenever it's put into your hand from your graveyard, you gain 2 life. So if you get it with Tortured Existence, you gain 2 life. If you dredge it, you gain 2 life. With burn and stuff floating around, definitely pretty strong there. 2 Grave Scrabblers. When it enters the battlefield, if its madness cost is paid, you may return target creature card from a graveyard to its owner's hand. So potentially bouncing back a creature in your graveyard to your hand if you get to pay its madness cost. So kind of a Tortured Existence-y effect without it being straight up Tortured Existence, which is pretty cool. So that's kind of cool. And then the last creature is Kitchen Imp, which is just a good 1-drop madness, 2/2 flying haster. So that's kind of your creature beats. So there is a small way to dig for stuff. Also, Noddle the Bone is in the main board. You gain 2 life for each creature card in your graveyard and has flashback. So that's that could be really big against a Bernie deck or like Hot Dogs or something. So we have 4 Commune with the Spirits, which is the new toy that we got with Kamigawa that I have not played yet in this deck. It is a 1-drop sorcery. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an enchantment or a land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Again, this deck does not run well without Tortured Existence, at least from the few games I've played it. And then 3 Commune with the Gods. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. It's basically the same thing except for top 5 and they go in your graveyard instead of back into your library. So that is the main chunky engine. So then for the sideboard, squish the deck, you get 1 extra Crypt Rats, self-explanatory, 2 Fleshbag Marauders. When it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature, so be good in the Bogly matchup. Faerie Macabre, discard it, exile up to 2 cards from a target graveyard, so some graveyard interaction. 3 Caustic Caterpillars, destroy target artifact or enchantment. So obviously for the Bogly match, Scattershot Archer, just really good. An extra Spore Frog. Again, Spore Frog could be really good for the Hot Dogs matchup. Tamiyo's Safekeeping. Target permanent you control gains Hexproof until end of turn. And Indestructible to end of turn, you gain 2 life. So this one, I think we're bringing in for decks that's going to run like Nature's Claim and stuff that's going to deal with. Because with Tortured Existence, like a lot of blue decks aren't really going to do much with Tortured Existence, but white and green definitely will. So Tamiyo Safekeeping would probably be good to bring in for there. An extra Knot of the Bone, an extra Brownscale for the burn or something along those lines matchup. So that is the deck. Talking a lot. So let's jump into hopefully some games. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of people on tonight. We get right into the game. Cool. So what do we got? That's going to be a no for me, dog. Nope. I'm going to keep this just because we have Commune. I'm going to bottom these two. You really want to have an opening hand with Tortured Existence. Guess I should have led on the gain life land. Probably doesn't really matter much. Okay. Let's see what they're doing here. Well, don't worry, we have our gain 1 life land. Yeah, you really want to try to get Tortured Existence. Okay. Alright. Oh, hit microphone. There's a bit of an argument for communing here. But I don't think it's a very strong one. Let's just do this. Commune next turn. Because you have to have a target in the graveyard for Tortured Existence to work. This is one of these decks where I think it'd be a lot more fun in paper than in person. I mean, in online, because there's a lot of clicking with this deck. We can find our. Oh, that wasn't the best. Aha! Your plan has been foiled. Ah, that sucks. Well, the good news is we can start dredging next turn. Pick up this Crypt Rats. Fortunately, this combat damage is not doing too much good for us. I have to have all the bump of the nights, don't they? Haha! Ditch you. Back you. So now we can dredge and hopefully get our engine online. We can find a Brownscale quickly. I'll feel a lot better about our life here. We can just gain like 6 life. If we live that long. That's the key question here. Yeah, we got to be able to live this long. You know what I mean? All right. There's Knot of the Bone. I can gain 4 life. Definitely not the best. The reason why I did that instead of like waiting is because I was afraid they could respond to us trying to do it. Like in response to them, I guess, you know? So I was like, let's not risk it and let's just do it now, I suppose. If we can dredge one of these guys into Brownscale, we can Brownscale like four life or whatever next turn, which is really good. I will chump here. Totally fine with this. I guess I could have sacrificed the Spore Frog and done it, and then try to gain 2 more life, I guess. Let's get the Spore Frog back in hand. Here. Yep. Brownscale. We really want to dredge a Brownscale here. Son of a gun. Um, Kitchen Imp, though. I'm just trying to see if there's like a way we can generate. I don't think there is. Madness works so weird on this. On this game, it really does. For good measure, Spore Frog. Hope we live for another turn, I suppose. Why do you have to be combat damage? Why can't you just be the fog? What is this? Okay. Thrill Possibility, or what was the other one? Thrilling Discovery. Things like the... So maybe I think it was some voice, right? Thrilling Discovery is the white-red one. I can't remember now what that is. 1, 2, 3. They can do 3 damage to us. Come on, man. It's like, I need you to land so bad. Not even funny. I guess I had another Kitchen Imp in there, didn't I? Oh well. Can we make this bigger? Um... Alright. We're building a board. Any burn spell into the game, though. Any one of them. They had to get a land. They did not get a land. 5-drop? Boarding party? Oh, flash bump in the night. They tap down, though. So they can't kill us quite. Alright, it's this turn or nothing. There's a Brownscale, yes! Alright. Alright, so... It's you. Obviously, we want to pay for Kitchen Imp here. See what I mean? This deck is absurd. Okay. Comes back to hand. Gain 2 life. Always yield. Wish we had a second one, but we don't. Let's pick you up. It's you. Pick you up. It's you. I mean, we're still not out of the red zone here. I guess maybe I shouldn't have played Kitchen Imp. I suppose. Oh my god, are they going to do the... Okay, they're doing it to my face. Oh, fade 1 turn, baby. Come on. Yes! Oh, wait, no, they still got it because they can flashback bump in the night. Oh, they have Exacxies. Well, let's see if they see it first. I forgot about the bump in the nights. Alright, they see it. Dang, just too slow. Just a little bit too slow. Alright, we want the Knot of the Bone. We want the Golgari. Faerie Macabre is actually not uninteresting. I'll tell you what is not interesting. Crypt Rats. Caustic Caterpillar. Yeah, these two definitely come in. Faerie Macabre, I know I'm saying it wrong. Faerie Macabre might be worth kind of like an inside thing about how me and a buddy pronounces a boutique label for movies. Mondo Macabre, we call it Macabre for whatever reason. So Faerie Macabre, I think, comes in just to screw up their flashback cards. I really don't like Crypt Rats in this matchup. I kind of okay with everything else though. Yeah, I'm good with this. Oh, why couldn't you be a land? One land in this hand would be awesome. Again, this is like... Okay, this is a keeper. We can put 2 cards on the bottom. We need to put 2 cards. Swamp and I think Stinkweed Imp. Swamp and I think the Tribe Elder. No, because Tribe Elders we can activate. Probably Stinkweed Imp. As weird as that is to say. I think it's Stinky. Because we can Sakura-Tribe Elder next turn for another land. Probably going to get a second Swamp. I was like, get a second Spore so you can play the Brownscale. But it's like, you can just... Well, okay then. Let's not click through the turn because we yield through the turn because we do want to activate Sakura-Tribe Elder. We are going to block. Honestly, I might just get another swamp. I think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to get another swamp here. This deck is really fun, but it's really weak to a lot of sideboard strategies. Weak to... Okay. It's weak to a lot of removal. It's weak to a lot of graveyard hate, and then it's also weak to just flat out enchantment hate, which is never fun. I suppose there's probably a good argument here for not casting Sakura-Tribe Elder in case they get some kind of graveyard nuke. Alms of the Vein, pretty good. Why is all this stuff being like micro-sized? Don't you play Relic? Or an equivalent, I should say. Probably seeing how I block first, which I'm going to chump and sack. I did last time. We only have one card in hand, but that's just the way it's going to be. Ah. Just get rid of this creature now. Alright, I wish I should have just played this land. But I like for them, I guess, we'll play a bluff here. Hey, that's a rare. That's not a common. I thought this was PAUPER. Bump of the night. I need to get a Grave Scrabbler is honestly what I need. Actually might be an argument just to draw here. But it's also like we can get a Grave Scrabbler, we can start filling up our hand more, and I like just really chipping away their... I really like chipping away their burn damage that they're accruing to us a million turns in a row. Probably just gonna sack this dude. Let's just thin out our deck even more. Um, Let's turn off auto yields. We have a creature that I don't want them to kill without actually utilizing it for whatever reason. I mean, if we maul over a Gnaw to the Bone, that would be amazing, so. I have all the fiery tempers. Faerie Macabre would be awesome. They suck up these Bump of the Nights. I mean, okay. Didn't matter. My goodness. All right, they just had what, 10 points of burn damage in their hand. Oh, this is a really good hand. I feel like that should be a good matchup. You know what I mean? Feels like it should be a good matchup. This Rot Farm, I'm going to hold off for a minute. Tortured Existence turn 1, Commune turn 2, and then maybe get the wheels rolling on turn 3. Yeah, that was rough, though. We were trying, but we just weren't getting anywhere. Wasn't quick enough. Bully, probably. Maybe it's just White Weenie. Yeah, I think we just Commune here and bin everything. And then just yield. There's a part of me that's like, it might be worth not dredging in case you don't hit another creature, but I'm also like, what are the odds? We'll find out, won't we? Because that's what I'm going to do this turn. So it's for 1. Okay, good. We did hit something. Nothing exciting, though. We didn't hit the frog, did we? No. No, we didn't. We have no 1-drop. Yeah, not the best. Just play the Rot Farm, pick up the forest. And then on their end step, we can ditch a Stinkweed Imp, pick up like Fume Spitter or something. That's a problem card. Or not, or just click through it like an idiot. That's obviously apparently a choice too. All right. What can we do? So if we Tortured Existence in the Kitchen Imp, does that really do anything for us? Not really. Could just play Sakura-Tribe Elder. Two, three, 4? No. Ditch you. Pick you up. Play you. Fast turn. Use you as a chump blocker. Or Seeker of the Way. We can dump a Spore Frog. That'd be awesome, because we can just do that every turn. just on their upkeep, just sack Spore Frog and do it over and over and over again. Because they're majority of the way going to be combat damage. Which would be kind of fun. I'm almost going to block sack. Start thinning out our deck a little bit if I can. Yeah, would love to mull over a... Yeah, especially they have Squadron Hawk. Love to mull over a Spore Frog here. That'd be very nice. Nope. So we can... We have 5 mana. Tribe Elder. Ditch Stinky. Pick up the Tribe Elder. Play the Tribe Elder. Pick up... Play Kitchen Imp. I mean, we're rolling. That's for sure. We're doing stuff. The stuff and things are happening. But whether or not if it's going to be enough, I have no idea. Squadron. Okay, crack on the clue. Must be digging for that third land. They must be... There it is. So they must be stuck on a land, I would assume. 1-drop red card. What is your 1-drop red? Rude. You know what's funny is they're going to attack with lifelink and it's not going to do any damage. So I'm going to sack it before damage. Which is a cool little interaction. Nice. Alright. There it is. Now we can start being cheeky here. Kitchen Imp. Pick up Spore Frog. Spore Frog. Kitchen Imp. It's you. Kitchen Imp. It's you. And now we just blank them every turn. Alright, they saw enough. They scoop it up. Alright, so their deck is a deck that exists. What did I say I wanted? Extra Spore Frog. Defs. I actually really like Scattershot Archer here. Whether or not if Tamiyo's Safekeeping is going to do anything to me or not is this, I mean, do anything for me is a question. I like Scattershot. Probably just one Scattershot, honestly. Do I want a 4th Crypt Rats? I don't know if I do. I don't think I do. I think I just want the extra Spore Frog and the Scattershot. There's an argument for wanting the other Scattershot too. I think Fume Spitter's not going to be as good here. Fume Spitter, probably not. I don't, because Fume Spitter I just don't see working very well against Prowess Dude or a 1/2. You know, I mean, yeah, it would take off. It would kill off the birds, but then that's what this dude's here for, I suppose, too. It's worth noting he does not have haste, which kind of sucks. I mean, Crypt Rats can also take care of the birds pretty nicely, so it's like, is anything else worth like bringing in? I don't know if it is. I think we just run it as is. I like the Spore Frogs against their deck. Let's run it like this. I like the idea of having sideboard be mostly creatures. Like, that's cool. I like utility creatures, always have. So, like, getting to just recycle utility creatures is always going to be cool. Nope. You know? We have Commune and we have... This is where, like, it borders into that line of, like, is this a keep hand or not? This is where I'm, like, not super familiar with the deck, so I'm not entirely sure, like, what's keepable and what isn't keepable. You know? Suppose we just hope a turn 2 Commune's good enough. Prowess Dude. Maybe Sakura-Tribe Elder's better. Just so they can't gain any life here. Oh. Yeah, maybe the Tribe Elder is what is better here. The block and sacks and they don't gain life and, you know, what have yous. All the Seeker of the Ways. Stop that. And then we can try to thin out our deck even more. There's a good argument for actually grabbing the other forest here since we have so many swamps. And that way we can actually cast Brownscale. I actually think I will. Okay. So we actually have 4 mana here. So I think we can Commune. Big money. Not very good. I'm going to take the Crypt Rats here. Play the Elder. Because next turn we could Crypt Rats ×2 and potentially kill off their Prowess dudes. If they tap down, if they don't tap down, because I don't know if they run mutagenic growth or not. If they do, it is what it is, I suppose. But like, I don't want them to like just keep one card in hand and then, you know, the Crypt Rats kind of sucks kind of thing. But let's keep thinning out the deck. We have like 7 dig cards for the effect for Tortured Existence. Come on, just tap down your land. Well, it's not what I wanted to see. Cancel. That is also not what I wanted to see. Crypt Rats. I don't think Guardian dies. Didn't think so. Cleaned up the board a bit, though. Yeah, this dude's a problem card. We can get Tortured Existence online. We can really dig, you know, for Spore Frogs. We got to get Tortured Existence within a turn or two. Come on, there's so many ways. Come on, baby. Be in that top 4. Kidding me. Play that just to chump the bird tokens. See what I mean, though? If you don't have Tortured Existence, this deck just does not run well at all. I suppose there's an argument for just Witherbloom Campusing there. Yeah, now they're the Monarch. Come on. Also could have been able to do that on the upkeep. Tap too many lands. Yeah, not doing so hot. Eat one of the birds, I suppose. Almost dead. Just lightning bolt me for the game. I don't believe I have a way to win this. No. Alright. I still think... suppose there's an argument for Fleshbag Marauder. Or Guardian. I think we just need Tortured Existence. Like... oh, I really wish one of these was a forest. I'm going to keep it. We have Tortured Existence. We're learning. That's the important part. I know this is not a tier 1 deck by any means. It's fun, though. That's really what tier 1 is all about. Just concede by accident. Oops. Wouldn't be the first time. Probably won't be the last time. Yup. Give me a forest. I have Spore Frog, so we can start the loop. Give me forest. Come on. You're just mocking me now. That's all that's happening. This deck's just mocking me now. I mean, we have Spore Frog, so... we have a loop. We just need that one green land. Preferably not a tap land either. Preferably a forest, but we don't have very many of those, so... I'll take whatever I can get at this point. Fuck you. Opponent going in hot. Yeah, a forest would be amazing. Palace Sentinels is not amazing for us. Oh my. Oh. Can I reveal hand now? Well, we're dead. There's no winning that. That sucked. Not a fun way to go. The last two games were not good for us. Really not good. Not not having Torex game 2 and then not having a single not having a single green land was the downfall there. But hey, that's what happens. Mulligan. Oh shit. We don't have a bounce land. Keep on going, I suppose. When in doubt, mulligan it out. I'm going to keep this and just hope for the best. Bottom Crypt Rats and Grave Scrabbler. Play green-black. It's almost like always like Tortured Existence is rarely anything else. Playing against the Hasty Boys. Might be Hasty. This is a deck I want to play more, though. My one thing is, like, for not playing it that often, it's for one, I didn't have it, but when I did finally get it, and when I did have it at one point, because where I was renting cards, the one thing that was keeping me back is, like, these games go long. If you're in a situation where you can win, the game can go on very long. So, oh my god. Is this hot dogs? I could quit drawing lands at any time. Come on, baby. Tortured. Come on, baby. We need Tortured Existence. Please. No? Nope. Suppose we just take Stinky, put Stinky in hand. This is not going well for us. Just saying. This really is not going well for us. I'm assuming our opponent's double queued here. Well, if they are, I don't see him. Yep. Oh. I mean, Stinky potentially can kill Swift Spear. Potentially. We really need a Tortured Existence. There needs to be another Tortured Existence style effect, I think, for this deck to actually run really well. Because Commune and the other card just doesn't... I feel like it rarely hits the cards that it's made for. Somebody who's better at math than I am could probably be like, it's like such a percentage to actually hit it. I am open to all comments about this, about how bad I'm playing. Any suggestions? I'm open to criticism. Constructive criticism, I should say. Fume Spitter, eh? Stinkweed Imp. Lightning Bolt. Motherfucker. Waiting for it. Yeah, you basically need a Tortured Existence in hand. Like, there's like... I think that's the problem with the deck. The one game we won and ran really well, we had a perfect 7, you know? It's like, I think you just need that 100% of the time for this deck to be competitive. I like this deck. And I know I'm not well-versed with it or very good to begin with, but for me, this is a deck that I'm going to have a really hard time winning games with. But I will play it more often now that I actually have the cards for it on Magic Online. Because I do like the deck. It's really fun. It does a lot of shenanigans that I like. And when it actually is hum-rumming, you know? I have no idea what that word was. It's like super satisfying. But you got to get it to work. Look at that. We scared him away. 1 and 2. I'm kidding. Yeah, so that was a couple games with Tortured Existence. I know that last game fizzled out. That's what you get when you play tournament practice queues. But I think it's a good wrap up for this video. I will be playing Tortured Existence again. So like this is like my pool of stuff that I'm like going through and playing. I probably not so much this because it's not very good. And obviously like the different versions of decks and stuff is up in the air, but this is just a deck I really enjoy. I think it's really cool. I'm just not very good with it. And I feel like it's one of those decks in the hands of someone who knows how to pilot this deck better. It can be more competitive, but I still feel like this is a pretty fringe deck. You know what I mean? It's on the outskirts, looking in kind of thing. So I will be playing this again. Don't let this record scare you off of the deck because it does do some really fun things. So yeah, so that was some Tortured Existence. And if you like Pauper, I play majority of Pauper. That's like the main thing I play. So if you like Pauper, you can subscribe for more Magic content. I also do a bunch of other video games if you're interested in that. I'm doing some new, I'm doing some older, just kind of a variety thing. I'm kind of trying to mix it up. I got a large game collection. I just want to sit down and play the games, whether if I play through them fully or not is up in the air, but I just want to try these games out, and I'm just going to record my experience I have with these games, if that makes any sense. So if you're interested in other gameplay too, this is the place to be, I suppose, if you like my commentary. So yeah, I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.